Good morning. It's July 30th, 2012, and I am Tracy Makarenko. I started a new internet radio show last week, and you can find me there every Tuesday. It's Voice America, the 7th Wave channel. You can find me under Tracy Makarenko or Healing Possibilities at 10 o'clock Pacific or 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Tomorrow I have a guest coming on with me, Mia Stasko, who will be talking about Feng Shui, and then the following week we'll continue on with the chakra system, and I will be discussing on August 7th the sacral chakra. The sacral is sacred. So I do hope you join me for my shows on Tuesday morning. So I'm here to do a reading for August 2012. I will pull 3 cards. If I need to pull more, I will. I am using a very dear deck of cards to me, the Osho Zen Tarot. When I was going through my healing process, and some days were definitely worse than others, I turned to these cards to help me. Just even a 1-card pull, even though they're a tarot card, helped me get through my day. All right. The one thing about these cards is they're very beautiful, very, very colorful, and they really talk about life experiences, and that's the other part I really love about these cards. Now, I have spent a lot of time in the book reading about these cards, but I will be reading these cards psychically, so whatever pops out at me is what I'm going to be sharing with you. We've talked about a lot of self-care in the last couple months, taking care of ourselves so that we can move forward and have the energy and skills necessary to make changes in our life. This card is called Experiencing and is the 3 of Fire. So I'm thinking some of you who've been on this journey are having a difficult time right now. I know I definitely have some huge challenges in my life at this time. And I think what this card is really trying to get across from us is there is a support system. This tree is not so much her hiding as it really is supporting her. And we need to remember there are people around us who can help us. People we can call on to assist us. And I mean, I'm talking about me and other healthcare practitioners, but there's also family members and friends and people at work and other areas of your life that definitely can help. And we need to be able to ask for help. And I remember that being a very difficult thing for me because I thought I was supposed to do it all. I was supposed to get it all done on my own and be able to manage it on my own. And the first time I asked for help, I was really scared. It was a difficult time. But people are so willing to help. Are you not willing to help somebody else if they were to ask for help? So why wouldn't other people be willing to help you? It really helps a community bond and grow, and a family come together when we can lend a hand and help somebody in need. There's a lot of emotional stuff going through with the moon right now. So you might find things coming up that you haven't dealt with in a long time or you don't want to deal with right now. Just be gentle with yourself. Allow those things to come into your person and sit with them in a meditation and figure out where they're coming from and if you need to put any energy into them or if they're just shifting through because they're old. So the second card is Abundance. And it is an up arrow rainbow. I don't know what up arrow means. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Anyways, abundance. So what I'm getting from this card is there are two sides of the coin, more or less, that we're having to deal with right now. There is the fact that there's a recession going on and people are without jobs, without food, without homes. And then there's the other side where some of us are prospering. We've done our work, we've manifested to the point where we want things a certain way and they're starting to come about. Or they already have, and they have for a while. Some of you might be dealing with emotional guilt for having more than others. But there are many things we can do to help. Again, lending a hand, helping out. It's not about giving your money away. It's about sharing it, if you have enough, with other people. But also enjoying it yourself. We're about balance in all things. So even though there are some things going on and we're all kind of a little concerned about it, putting some away for later is not a problem. Putting it all away and not enjoying life at this point in time is not the way to go. It is important to enjoy yourself in every moment. And remember, money is energy. So as you put it out there, you're getting it to move. You're allowing it to flow so that it can come around first full circle back to you. This is about being happy. Happy in the now. Yesterday was a bad day for me. I had so much to do and I got 10% of it done. And it really sent me in a bit of a tizzy. And then I sat down and I meditated and I realized those were the guidelines I had set for the day. My guidelines don't always necessarily fall in alignment with what the universe wants. And after I gave myself about an hour of just sitting down and watching the Olympics, resting, I was able to get back to some of the projects that I had on my desk that needed to be taken care of. And I was able to do it with much more energy than I had previously. So we need to remember to just take time for ourselves, regain a center focus of what needs to happen within us and without us, and then move from there. So the third card is a 5 of rainbows. It's called the Outsider. Seems to be today's a bit more about tools, getting through your different days. So the outsider is all about not feeling like you're a part of something. That you're on the other side of the fence and you're not getting invited in. Or you think you're not getting invited in. The problem with this outsider thing is this lock is actually not locked. The door is wide open. We just can't see that it is open. I remember telling my oldest daughter, I think it was, there was a big stigma when the kids were little. They had to ask if they could play with you. Well, when you get to a certain age, you no longer have to ask if you can play with kids. And so she wanted to hang out with a few of these girls, really nice girls, and I said, well, just call them and see if they want to do something, which I guess is essentially asking if you can play. But she'd never been invited, so she felt a little nervous about it. So she was really standing on the other side of this gate, thinking she wasn't allowed in. And she did. She eventually called, and they're all still very good friends right now. So sometimes we think we're on the other side of something, and we're not being invited in. So I don't know what that is for you, what that represents for you today, But make sure you take a look at that. Are you imposing yourself from being separated from what it is you want to be a part of? Whether it's a new job or a relationship or your children or yourself. Take a look at that and make a decision about whether this is something you've imposed on yourself. Maybe you need to have a discussion with someone if you really are feeling like you're left out. Right now, communication is very important, and a lot of people are getting confused with situations because we're not communicating properly. The world and time has sped up so much that it's like we don't have enough time to communicate fully to the extent we used to. So choosing those words wisely is really important at this point, because it seems we have less time to get across what we want to say. So that is the reading for this month. Ask for help. Enjoy your abundance, whether it's sharing it or using it. Spend time with yourself, enjoying, and take a chance. Move from where you think you're stuck or what you're not invited into. And make those changes happen so that you can move forward into another place. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you again in September.